It was a hot summer day in 2025, and the tech conference in Seattle was buzzing with excitement. Giant screens lit up the sleek hall, coffee brewed in the corners, and reporters tapped rapidly on their keyboards. Everyone was waiting for one thing: the live debate between Bill Gates and Elon Musk. Bill Gates, dressed in a sharp blue suit, walked confidently onto the stage. He held the mic like a seasoned politician and looked directly into the crowd. "Elon Musk claims to be the king of innovation," he said, voice crisp. "But is Neuralink really a practical solution, or just another flashy idea?" The room went quiet. You could almost hear people holding their breath. Sitting a few feet away, Elon Musk didn't flinch. He wore a plain black shirt, hands calmly folded on the table, eyes fixed on Gates. "Bill," Elon replied with a cool tone, "Neuralink is more than an idea. It's about changing lives." Gates smirked, turning to the crowd. "Sounds great in theory, but we live in the real world." Whispers spread across the room. One engineer nudged her colleague. "Whoa, he went straight for it." Elon raised a tablet from the table, his expression unreadable. "Mind if I show you something?" he asked. The crowd leaned in. The tension was thick, electric. Was this going to be another one of those public tech rivalries? Or were they about to witness something that would shift the course of technological history? If you're just as curious about what happens next, hit that like button and subscribe. This story is only getting started. The lights dimmed as Elon tapped the screen of his tablet. A video began to play on the massive LED screen behind him. It showed a young man in a wheelchair, early 20s, shaved head, cautious eyes. Text on the corner read, "Day 1, Neuralink trial participant." The crowd leaned forward. Next clip. Day 14, the same young man moving his fingers slightly. Gasps rippled across the room. Then came day 30. The young man stood up, shaky but determined, taking his first steps with tears streaming down his face. Elon's voice cut through the silence. "His name is Marcus. He hasn't walked since a car accident paralyzed him at 17. Neuralink didn't give him superpowers. It gave him his life back." The room erupted. Some clapped. Others just stared in disbelief. Even Bill Gates blinked, caught off guard. Elon turned to him calmly. "You asked if it was practical. I'm not here to argue. I'm here to show you the results." Gates shifted in his seat. For the first time, his expression softened. "That was unexpected," he admitted quietly. "But I'll admit, those results are powerful." The media jumped on it. Tweets flew out in real time. Elon just shut down the haters, again. Bill Gates caught off guard by Neuralink's success story. Innovation meets humanity on stage. If this moved you even a little, don't forget to drop a comment below. We want to know, what does real innovation mean to you? Elon looked into the crowd, but his words were for everyone watching at home. It's not about winning, it's about restoring what people thought they'd lost forever. The audience was silent, but not out of confusion. It was the kind of silence that happens when hearts are full and minds are shifting. Bill Gates cleared his throat. He looked down at the notes on his podium, then pushed them aside. "You know, Elon," he said slowly, "I've seen thousands of tech demos in my lifetime. Most are just buzzwords with no bite. But that, Marcus, that was real." Elon nodded respectfully. "Then let's stop talking about what's not possible," he said. "Let's talk about how many more lives we can change." The crowd began to murmur again, but now it was hopeful, buzzing. A young woman in the front row stood up. "My brother has ALS. Could this help him?" Elon looked her in the eye. "We're working on that right now. That's exactly why this matters." The moment felt less like a tech conference and more like a movement being born. Gates took a breath. "I may not agree with all your methods, but I can't deny your impact." He stepped closer to Elon. "What if we combined forces? My foundation, Your engineers, focused on affordable global access. The crowd gasped again, but this time, it wasn't from shock. It was from hope. Elon extended his hand. Let's build something real, together. Flashbulbs lit up the stage like fireworks. Hashtags exploded on every platform. Tech for all, hashtag innovation. With purpose. Elon and Gates, unite. You just witnessed history being made. If you believe technology should serve everyone, not just the privileged, hit that like button and share this video. And just like that, the rivalry turned into revolution. 1 week later, the world was still buzzing. Major headlines around the globe read, Elon Musk and Bill Gates launch joint tech alliance. From rivals to revolutionaries, Neuralink goes global. Innovation for the people, not just the privileged. In a press conference held at a community center in Detroit, not a luxury venue, Elon and Bill stood side by side, surrounded by engineers, doctors, teachers, and local families. A giant banner hung behind them, Tech for All. This isn't about building more gadgets, Elon said, voice steady. It's about restoring ability, access, and dignity, especially for those who've been overlooked. Bill nodded. And this time, we're starting from the bottom. Developing countries, underfunded hospitals, schools in rural towns, we're bringing the tech there first. A young man in the crowd shouted, "Why the shift now?" Elon smiled. Because innovation means nothing if it doesn't reach the people who need it most. You could see something different in Gates, too. Gone was the corporate edge, replaced by quiet conviction. That day, they announced the first Neuralink-powered mobility center would open in the Bronx within 60 days. Thousands signed up to volunteer. Donations poured in. Twitter lit up. Okay, this is the team up I didn't know I needed. Two of the richest men finally doing the richest thing, giving hope. Hey, if you believe this kind of collaboration is what the world needs right now, let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories where technology meets humanity. This wasn't just a turning point for Neuralink or for Bill Gates. It was a turning point for tech itself. 2 months later, the Bronx Mobility Center opened its doors, and the line wrapped around the block. Families came with hope in their eyes. Children clutched their parents' hands. Elderly men sat in wheelchairs, waiting not just for a test, but for a second chance at life. Inside, Elon walked silently down the hallway. He didn't want cameras. He didn't care about interviews. He just wanted to see. In one room, a boy named Luis, age 9, sat with his mother. He had cerebral palsy, could barely move his arms. His mom wiped her eyes as a technician fitted him with a Neuralink device. This is just the calibration, the tech explained softly. Luis blinked, then slowly his hand twitched. Just a little, but it was something. His mom gasped. Outside the glass window, Elon turned to Gates. This, right here, this is why we build. Gates just nodded. I get it now. Later that day, a video went viral of Luis drawing a heart on a touchscreen, with his own hand. The comments flooded in. I'm crying watching this. Forget politics. This is the kind of story we need. Elon and Gates just redeemed big tech. If this story touched you, hit that like button and share it. Because Luis isn't just a miracle. He's proof that tech can have a soul. As the sun set on the Bronx Center, Elon stepped outside. A young girl tugged on his sleeve and whispered, "Thank you." He knelt down, smiled, and whispered back, "No. Thank you for believing." 3 months later, the movement had spread far beyond anyone's expectations. From Brazil to Bangladesh, local clinics began installing simplified Neuralink interfaces, supported by grants from the Tech for All initiative. In rural schools, kids with motor impairments began using eye-tracking tablets powered by Elon's software and Gates's logistics. The story of Luis had become more than a viral video. It had become a symbol. One morning, Elon received a letter, handwritten,
sent all the way from a village in Kenya. It read, "My daughter used to cry because she couldn't write her name. Last week she did, with her own fingers. Thank you for not forgetting us." He folded the letter slowly, his throat tight. Later that day, Elon and Gates stood together again, this time on a quiet hilltop in South Africa. No press, just them, looking at the site of their newest center under construction. "You know," Gates said, hands in his pockets, "we started out throwing jabs at each other." Elon chuckled, "and somehow ended up throwing lifelines." They stood in silence for a moment. Then Elon pulled out his phone and tweeted, "When innovation meets empathy, revolutions begin." Over 1 million likes in an hour. This is more than a story, it's a movement. If you believe technology should heal, help, and bring people together, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's keep building hope, one life at a time. As the sun dipped below the horizon, two former rivals stood side by side, watching their vision come to life. And somewhere out there, a little girl was writing her name for the first time.